I'm Miss Nicole here at the Botanical Garden. This is our Discovery Day for Down in the Dirt Week. We're going to do a limestone acidity experiment. You can do this at home. All you need are some clear bowls, cups, or jars, a couple rocks, and some white distilled vinegar that you use for cooking or cleaning. So I picked a small, medium, and a large rock to test. What we're going to do is test the acidity using the vinegar, because vinegar is an acid. When we pour it on these rocks, we'll find out what happens. So for our medium-sized rock, we can tell that this is a sedimentary rock, because here we can actually see the remains of a seashell. As Miss Kelsey mentioned earlier in the week, Miami oolite is actually formed as a sedimentary rock because it's different particles of sand, rocks, and shells that get cemented together with the calcium carbonate. This big rock is actually an example of the Key Largo limestone. If you look closely here, you can see the coral skeleton within it. Okay, so let's get to testing. Now, when we pour the vinegar on top of these rocks, it's as if we have acid rain. Because as we've mentioned throughout the week, when rain falls down onto our limestone rocks, the leaf litter causes this acidic reaction and it helps form solution holes inside of the rocks. So let's see what we get. Now you're going to fill it to cover at least half the rock. So I see some bubbles and I can hear a little bit. So that can show that the acid inside of the vinegar is starting to dissolve some of the rock. So let's try now with our sedimentary rock. We have a little bit of bubbles forming and it's starting to dissolve. Now let's try with our large Key Largo limestone. You can see some of the bubbles popping out from over here, which might form its own solution hole. If you listen very closely when you do this at home, you can hear all of the bubbles. So this is part of the rock getting dissolved away. And I also did one about an hour ago and we let it sit. You can see all of the bubbles inside of it. And also, if you notice, the vinegar has turned into a brown color. This is different particles that have dissolved off of the rock, creating that dusty colored water. So this just shows an at-home version of how the limestone creates those solution holes with acid rain. So you give it a try at home and post with #KWVirtualGarden and show us what you found.